Prepare and mount the energy meter board. Hello, this is Charumati. Today we will learn how to mount an energy board and make holes on the wall according to the requirement with a roll jumper and hammer and fill them with filling material. Connect them to a wall and test the circuit.
Tools required.
Single-phase energy meter, 10 amperes to 150 volts.
Insulated steel rule, 300 mm, 1 number. Insulated side cutter, 150 mm, 1 number. Combination pliers, 200 mm, 1 number. Hand drilling machine with 3 mm and 6 mm drills, 1 number. Insulated screwdriver, 200 mm with 4 mm blade, 1 number. Insulated connector screwdriver, 100 mm, 1 number. Poker, 200 mm long with 4 mm diameter stem, 1 number. Electrician's knife, double-ended, 100 mm, 1 number. Farmer chisel, 12 mm, wooden handle, 1 number. Roll jumper, number 8, with holder and bit, 1 number. Cold chisel, 200 mm long with 12 mm edge, 1 number. Ball peen hammer, 500 gram, 1 number. Tenon saw, 250 mm, 1 number. Mallet with 7.5 cm diameter head, 500 gram, 1 number. Neon tester, 500 volts, 1 number. Scriber, 200 mm with 3 mm diameter stem, 1 number. Mason's trowel, 1 number. Tray for cement mortar, 1 number. An electric meter or energy meter is a device that measures the amount of electric energy consumed by a building, tenant space, or electrically powered equipment. Electric utilities use electric meters installed at customers' premises to measure electric energy delivered to their customers for billing purposes. The energy meter board typically consists of a set of energy meters, circuit breakers, and other monitoring and protection devices, all mounted on a single board. The energy meters measure the amount of energy consumed by each circuit, and the circuit breakers are used to control the flow of electricity in the event of an overload or short circuit. In addition to measuring energy consumption, energy meter boards can also provide real-time data on voltage, current, power factor, and other electrical parameters. This information can be used to identify energy inefficiencies, optimize energy usage, and improve the overall performance of electrical systems. Let's start the experiment with Task 1. Preparation of wall for mounting meter board. Method 1. Roll plug. If the masonry wall is of a rigid type, follow this method. Drill 4 numbers of through holes of 3 mm diameter in the TW board. After ascertaining the height of the meter board position with respect to the ground, keep the TW board on the wall and mark the position of the holes of the board on the wall with a scriber. Take care to keep the board in a correct horizontal or vertical position on the wall. Select a number 8 roll bit with a jumper handle. Keep the roll bit of the jumper on the mark and hammer it lightly to mark the position of the holes. First, make a slight impression with a roll jumper on all the 4 markings and verify their correctness with the holes in the board. Keeping the roll jumper on one of the markings, hammer and rotate the jumper handle by 90 degrees for each stroke of hammer. This will enable the broken pieces of mortar to come out without gripping the roll bed. Otherwise, the bit will not come out easily at the end of the operation, or the bit may even break. Make a hole to a depth of 40 mm. Repeat this method in the other 3 markings. Dip the roll plugs in water, plug them in the holes, and slightly hammer on them to make them flush with the wall. Now, the wall is ready for mounting the TW board. Fix the board on the wall with 45 mm long wood screws. You may use roll powder compound, asbestos-based, in the place of roll plugs. In this case, the powder needs to be mixed with water to make a semi-solid paste before filling it into the holes tightly. Method 2. Wooden gutties. Plug. If the wall is not too rigid, follow this method. Repeat working steps 1 and 2 of method 1. Mark 50 mm square around the marking. Remove the plaster and the brick at the marked surfaces to a depth of 70 mm from the wall surface with the help of a cold chisel and hammer. Prepare cement and sand mortar in the ratio of 1:4. Let the mortar be in a semi-solid condition. Insert a small quantity of cement mortar inside the pit with the help of a mason's trowel. Insert the wooden gutties inside the whole pit such that the broad portion is inside and the narrow portion is outside and is just flush with the surface of the wall. Apply the cement on all sides of the gutty such that the gutty remains in the center of the square hole. Allow the cement to dry for 4 hours and sprinkle water on the cement every 1 hour so that the cement settles. The gutties become rigid after approximately 24 hours. Then only the boards could be fixed onto the gutties. Now the wall is ready for fixing the TW board. Fix the TW board with the help of 45 mm long wood screws. Trainees are required to identify the relationship between the stem thickness of 45 mm long wood screws and the respective designation numbers. Task 2. Sometimes the service connection wires need to be taken through the wall using a GI pipe. There is then the necessity of making a hole through the wall with the help of a pipe jumper. The method to do it is as explained below. The diameter of the pipe jumper depends on the diameter of the service connection pipe, and the length of the pipe jumper depends upon the wall thickness. Take a 20 mm diameter GI pipe of 400 mm length. Make serrations by cutting at one end of the pipe using a hacksaw. This type of pipe jumper is also called crown jumper due to its very look. Inspect the wall and mark a place on the wall considering the nearest point to the electric service pole. The marking should be close to the meter terminals. It should not be on the RC beam or granite stone embedded in the wall. In the case of an old building, check whether any concealed wiring is running through the wall at the place of marking. In such cases, the marking should be done at a different place. However, in buildings where wiring exists, switch off the mains, remove the fuse carrier and keep it under your custody. Keep the pipe jumper on the mark and hammer it lightly. Rotate the pipe jumper for every stroke of hammer. This process removes the broken masonry and allows free movement of the pipe jumper. Take care to keep the pipe jumper perpendicular to the wall surface. Slow down the hammer strokes when the pipe jumper reaches near to the other end of the wall. Hitting hard on the hammer at the end of a hole will make a larger sized plaster to fall out at the other end of wall. Clear the hole. Insert the GI pipe for the service cable in the hole and plaster around the pipe with cement. Wiring up a meter board. Confirm the capacity of the energy meter. Select and confirm the size of the cable as per the meter rating. Follow the standard color code for phase and neutral. Position the meter, IC cutout and earth plate as per layout, and mark their position as per layout on the TW board. Mark the cable entry positions and mounting screw positions. Select the drill bit according to the cable size. Drill through holes in the TW board for cable entry and pilot holes for fixing the meter, IC cutout and the earth plate. Fix the meter, IC cutout and the earth plate. Determine the length of the cables according to the layout and cut them with reference to. Connect the supply leads and the outgoing phase wire to the IC cutout. Pass the neutral directly as per the wiring diagram. Earth the casing of the meter and the IC cutout body to the earth plate. Keeping the meter board in a vertical position, test the circuit after getting the approval of the instructor. Mount the meter board on the previously prepared wall with the help of 45 mm wood screws. The completed work should look as shown in Figure 9.
Recap. Make holes on the wall according to the requirement with a roll jumper and hammer. Fill them with filling material. Connect them to a wall and test the circuit. Thus, we have learned how to prepare and mount the energy meter board. Hope you have a clear understanding on this. Do this exercise with the help of your instructor. Thank you.